Hey everybody, this is 22 Tiger Dude here, and I'm here to review Sleepy Hollows. So before I do review Sleepy Hollows, my guest star Chase from his channel DownonMovies is going to be reviewing this film, and he'll give you a little bit of the plot synopsis of the film as well. The overall plot synopsis, I should say. So, Chase, take it away.
Hey guys, DownonMovies here. I'm here because of my friend 22 Tiger Dude and his amazing countdown for Halloween, and I'm here to bring a review for you, so let's get right to it. The movie I am talking about today is one that I absolutely love. It is just one of my favorite to watch around this season, and that is 1999's Tim Burton's Sleepy Hollow, starring Johnny Depp and Christina Ricci. Love this movie. It is just amazing. It's about Johnny Depp. It's a take on the Headless Horseman tale, and stars Johnny Depp as Ichabod Crane. He goes and he's investigating this murder in Sleepy Hollow, and some weird stuff starts to happen. You know, lots of people obviously start dying based off of this Headless Horseman. He's going and trying to figure out everything that's going on. Lots of stuff kind of happens around Christina Ricci's character. So he kind of investigates her further and digs deeper into this mystery of this Headless Horseman. I think this is a very underrated movie of Tim Burton's. I think people like it and remember it, but not as much lately, which is tough because it's actually really well done. It's very gloomy, but very bright, if that makes any sense. I mean, it's kind of sadistic, but the blood in this movie is very bright, which makes it pop more for all these gloomy, dark areas. But the acting's well done. The movie is really great. And this is the kind of, I think as a kid, I remember this is one of the first movies I remember seeing Christopher Walken in, which is just insane. It has Dumbledore in it, very young. I can't remember his name, but he's in it very young. I mean, a bunch of amazing actors in this movie. So this movie has everything you could want for Halloween and just for a movie. So that is it. That is my review of Sleepy Hollow. Thank you to my man again for letting me do this with you. It's always a pleasure. So thank you guys, and we'll see you next time. Daisy.
Thank you so much, Chase, for reviewing Sleepy Hollows. So Sleepy Hollows is directed by Tim Burton, and this film definitely has the Tim Burton stamp all over it. And of course, it stars Johnny Depp, Christina Ricci, Christopher Walken, Miranda Richardson, Christopher Lee in a very, very brief role. And what I think of Sleepy Hollows? I personally thought this was a truly fun, dark, and just a very great telling of the Headless Horseman. I thought Sleepy Hollows was awesome personally, and I think it is one of Tim Burton's underrated movies, because not a lot of people really do talk about this movie when you look at all the other films that Tim Burton has directed. I kind of wish Sleepy Hollows got more attention, because how Tim Burton brought the life of the Headless Horseman was very interesting, and how Johnny Depp, who plays this man that gets sent to Sleepy Hollows to investigate this whole mystery behind the Headless Horseman, I thought was a very interesting concept, and I really like where the mystery takes regarding the Headless Horseman and where the movie leads up to. Although I'll buy, even though it does start to get a little more predictable as it goes along, I still found myself rather intrigued by the overall mystery, and I did really like Johnny Depp's interaction with Christina Ricci, who did a really good job in this film. And then there's also the servant, who I thought actually did a pretty good job for the part that he had, but Johnny Depp, of course, to no surprise, was really, really great in this role. Just like with a lot of roles, Johnny Depp truly gets lost in his character, and he makes his character just so freaking fascinating throughout the entire film. And the look of the film, the cinematography is absolutely gorgeous. Tim Burton adds that very dim, moody style, considering this is a dark, R-rated film of the Headless Horseman. It truly does show the Tim Burton stamp, and it works in the best way possible. I loved being in this world, being in the world of Sleepy Hollows, seeing where the story of the Headless Horseman is taking. It all really fascinated me. Just the direction by Tim Burton is so terrific in my opinion, and I thought the movie was very well executed. And of course, this is R-rated for a reason, because you do have a lot of blood and gore in this film. There are a lot of heads being cut off. As you can expect, it is the Headless Horseman after all. And all those scenes looked really great. I thought the blood and gore looked really fascinating for the film. But it's done in a way where it doesn't feel grotesque, because some movies can use violence just for the sake of the violence without it really fitting the storyline. But I thought how Tim Burton used the violence in this film was honestly very fascinating in my opinion. And it did fit for the overall storytelling in my humble opinion. Just like I said, everyone does a really great job. Christopher Lee's really great for the brief role that he definitely has in this film. Same thing does go for Christopher Walken, who was also very interesting in this film. The special effects are just terrific. The overall production design, just the overall look and feel of this dark world was just so captivating to really look at. And of course, the score in this movie is absolutely beautiful, as a lot of scores do sound in a Tim Burton movie. This movie screams Tim Burton, and it's definitely in a very great way. I think this is definitely one of Tim Burton's better films, if I have to be perfectly honest. And when the film does reach to the climax, it is personally a ton of fun in my opinion. I had a blast with the climax. It was a lot of fun. It was very dark. And the action sequence, how Tim Burton filmed the entire sequence in the climax, was very interesting in my opinion. Now personally, the only problems I did have with Sleepy Hollows is just that the third act does become a little bit of your typical, the character has to go save the girl before something happens. Like, the film becomes this mystery that once you get to the third act, the tone just kind of shifts into something else. Of course, that's where you get more of your action with the Headless Horseman, and then there's this whole twist. But yeah, it does take a little bit of shift there. And speaking of the twist, I did think the twist of this film, where you do have that cliche, the character tells that other character all of her evil plans all along. You do get that, and it was predictable that the film was honestly going to go with that route in my opinion. However, after that scene, that's when the climax definitely kicks in. And then I also thought that the ending, while really good, it does feel rather abrupt. It does honestly end out of nowhere. Like, one moment you're here, then there's the ending, and then there's the end credits. And I was just like, okay. And then also the last problem I personally did have with the film is that although the actor that plays Johnny Depp's servant did a pretty good job, I thought that his character didn't really serve a purpose to the overall film, and I didn't really see the point of him really being in Sleepy Hollows. But overall, you guys, I think Sleepy Hollows is a great dark telling of the Headless Horseman. It was very engaging. I loved being in this world. It's definitely one of those great films to watch during the Halloween season. This screams a movie to watch during the Halloween season. The performances are really great. The overall production design, the direction by Tim Burton, all of those things are just glorious to watch. Just love the atmosphere, love the tone, love the score. Just loved a lot of things about Sleepy Hollows, to be honest. And it's definitely one of Tim Burton's underrated films in my humble opinion. It's just a world I was so fascinated watching. So I'm going to give Sleepy Hollows 3.5 out of 4 stars. So you guys, in the comments down below, let me know what you think about Sleepy Hollows, and I would also have to give a huge thank you to DownonMovies for coming here to review Sleepy Hollows. He's a very cool dude, you guys, so if you guys want to check out his channel, I will leave a link in the description down below. This is 22 Tiger Dude here, and don't forget that I will always have Tiger Power!